మలబార్ గోల్డ్ అండ్ డైమండ్స్ వారి గోల్డ్ ప్రామిస్ తో మరింత షైన్ అవ్వండి. మీరు చేసే గోల్డ్ మరియు డైమండ్స్ కొనుగోలుపై బంగారు నాణేలను ఖచ్చితంగా పొందండి. చక్కటి ధరలతో ఆకర్షించే ప్రత్యేకమైన జ్యువెలరీ కలెక్షన్ ను చూడండి. బంగారు నాణేలను ఖచ్చితంగా పొందండి. ఓక్ ట్రీ రోడ్, న్యూ జెర్సీ లేక వెస్ట్ డెవన్ అవెన్యూ, షికాగోలో మలబార్ గోల్డ్ అండ్ డైమండ్స్ ను విజిట్ చేయండి. Malabar Gold and Diamonds. Celebrate the beauty of life.
Don't spend more money in selling your home. Instead, make more. For all your real estate needs, trust only Lovi. Lovi Realty Group makes it easy to sell your home. The Lovi Sale by Owner offers the same services as a realtor does for a fraction of the price. For only $990, we list your home, handle digital marketing, take calls and schedule home showings for you. Planning to buy a house? Lovi has the best tools and agents to make your journey happy. We offer home buyers rebate of 1% or more cash back towards the closing. Visit our website to learn more about our programs, www.lovihomes.com. For more details, please contact 908-304-9621 or 908-337-1289.
Getting into Ivy League is not just a dream anymore. Graduate from the top universities of the US. Start your SAT or ACT prep now with Turito. Turito offers you live classes with expert tutors, credential building activities, guidance with college applications, curated study material, progress tracking app, and assessments based on AI and ML. Experience our course through a demo today. Enroll now. Turito.
అవసరంలో ఉన్న పిల్లల సహాయార్థం సాఫ్ట్ కింగ్ సంస్థ నిర్వహిస్తోంది సాంగ్ ఫెస్ట్ లైవ్ స్ట్రీమ్ కాంపిటీషన్.
నేను చూసి ఆగగలనా, మనసు మీద వయసుకున్న అదుపు చెప్పతగునా.
నా వసంతం నీకు సొంతం, నా సమస్తం నీదే కదా నేస్తం.
మబ్బులోన వాన వెల్లులా, మట్టిలోన నీటి జల్లులా, గుండెలోన ప్రేమ ముల్లులా దాగినావుగా.
ప్రముఖ సంగీత శ్రేష్ఠుల సమక్షంలో టాలీవుడ్ మరియు క్లాసికల్ సింగర్స్ కు ఆహ్వానం. సెమీఫైనల్స్ ఆన్ May 29, 2021. Final competition 19th June 2021. Watch live on TVASIA Telugu. అనాథ పిల్లలకు అందమైన జీవితాన్ని అందించండి. వారి చిరునవ్వుకు సాక్ష్యంగా నిలవండి.
TVASIA Telugu ప్రేక్షకులందరికీ hello and welcome back to yet another fantastic episode of the Top Show with the Experts. మనతో ఉన్నారు మన ఎక్స్పర్ట్ రాహుల్ రెడ్డి గారు. రాహుల్ గారు, thank you so much for being on the show.
Thanks for inviting Andy.
Sorry I wasn't here last week Andy, but I hope you guys were able to celebrate a very very happy Mother's Day, and for those who I missed wishing last week, happy belated Mother's Day wishes to all of you Andy.
Sure.
And on that note, let's move on to our topic. The topic for this week was when the priority date becomes current, what do we need to do? Now, since we know that these priority dates are going to move in October of this year, what steps should people take now and what steps should they take in October of this year?
Well, this is a very important topic, Andy, because a lot of people whose priority date became current in October 2020, they scrambled for the things. They scrambled to get to the lawyers. They scrambled to get to their employer. They scrambled to get to the things. It was a real hodgepodge at that point of time. TVASIA has been consistently telling that downgrade is an option that's available. A lot of people didn't believe in, and it's been proven wrong that a lot of rumors were floating at the time. They're rejecting all the downgrade applications. We said, no, it's approved. So first thing is that if your priority date is falling anywhere from 2015 January to, I would not name the end date where it is, but you should check with your employer. If you have an I-140 approval, would the employer is willing to do the downgrade application though? Also check to see if your employer has done the downgrade applications for others in 2020. Most probably he will do it. If he doesn't, you need to educate the employer that downgrade is nothing wrong. I don't know, for some reason, some of the consulting companies, major Indian consulting companies, the big five consulting companies, they are hesitant in doing downgrading. I only think that the only reason why they want to do it is what we call as a bonded labor. Also in Telugu, we call it as vetti chakiri. They're trying to do that. I mean, that's about it. There's no other reason. If Microsoft, Google, Apple, Facebook, all these companies are doing downgrading, what's your problem? What is the technical problem that you have? So if you need to check with your company to see if you can lobby them, try to go with a group, and if the law firm is not advising, well, pick us up. I mean, or any other law firm. The big major law firms that I don't want to name those law firms. One of the law firms that start with F, there are 1/10 of the entire immigration law force lawyers are with them. They did downgrade. And there is another company that starts with B, letter B, and they have approximately around 5% of the entire immigration lawyers with them. They did downgrade. Reddy Neumann P.C. advocated downgrade. There are a lot of companies that did advocated downgrade, and no problem anywhere. We're getting the approvals. Yeah, there are sometimes premium processing is getting rejected. Obviously, we accept that. We estimated that it's going to happen. Most of the premium processings are also getting accepted. There's some of them are not getting accepted, but otherwise, it's not a problem. Speak with your company to see if they would not downgrade it. Try to see if they would change the lawyers. And if the law firm is not ready, you can even get another law firm to do your I-140 approval. There are a lot of companies that told, oh, it's a lot of expenditure for us. One thing is that the employees can bear the expenditure for I-140. Yeah. The employees can bear the expenditure of 485. What's your company's problem in not downgrading when employees are willing? I would advise if you're an employee, please pay the money, get it over. I mean, you don't want to be coming to the show for a long period of time. You want to get your green card and get away. So yes, downgrading is an option. And you have to explain to them, look, if I am not on 485 or adjustment of status, you have to keep filing H1Bs. You have to keep filing H1B extensions where employee cannot pay the money. Correct. It has to be paid only by the employer. That's a lot of expenditure that the company is going to incur. It's unnecessary expenditure. You should downgrade. That's the number one step that I recommend all the people whose priority date may become current. The second step is birth certificates. Getting the birth certificate from India is important. The third step is, if I were you, if your priority date is nearby 2015, all the way to 2018, what I would strongly recommend is that pre-prepare the application. Make an entire 485 application, make it ready. Contact your lawyer, contact your company to see if you would pre-prepare. Last time what happened was that the applications we filed in October 1st week, as compared to the applications we filed in the last week, there is a 6 months difference of adjudication period, at least 4 to 6 months adjudication period. You may want your application to be filed in October 1st week instead of October last week. That may be a good step. And a lot of lawyers, they were very busy. And people went to the law firms that they don't know what they're doing. Especially our office, we closed our office in September, October. We didn't take any new cases. We said no. And a lot of other big law firms do the same thing too, because they were busy. So what happened was that they went to these other lawyers who don't know how to do it. You see the result of it, about 10% of the applications got rejected because of the wrong filing of the application. So you may want to pre-prepare your application, make it ready. Our office, among some other offices, what they're doing is that we're preparing everything ready. Downgrade already, even if the priority date is not current, we're filing a downgrade applications ahead of it, and we are preparing the 485 application. Everything is ready. Right on September 30th, we're going to put in the FedEx. You can make it ready too, especially if your priority date is between 2015 and 2018, you should do it. As you already know that, Charlie from State Department said that there are going to be extra 135,000 green cards that will be coming in October 1st, and it can even lead to 160,000. Now, 120,000 moved the dates of EB3 to 4.5 years. What do you expect if it's 135 to 160,000? There is going to be a tsunami, and it's better that you be prepared. And then the priority dates, Nithigar, what happens is that the priority dates don't remain the same. They go back very, very frequently. In October, it was current for a while. Then in January, it went back, right? So these are the steps that people need to do it. The window of opportunity comes once. And if you are not there, if you don't file it, and you don't choose the proper choices, you may have to wait for decades to get into that opportunity. So be prepared, get ready, and make yourself ready to file the 485 application in October.
And Rahul Garu, this is great advice, mainly because one is, people always hesitate to, spend extra money when they think it's not really needed or if it's the company's responsibility or something. But in your case, you're saying be proactive, even if it means that you are putting in the money to actually get this stuff filed. Think of it as an investment rather than an expenditure.
Well, one thing, Nithya Garu, whenever it comes to the 485 application, I have never seen people saving the money. They don't. They're liberal because that is a ticket to heaven. And you do the H1b extension, you do PERM, you do I-140, then you change the company, you start all over again, H1b labor PERM. But this 485 application is nail in the coffin for all the villains of you. It's a heaven ticket for heaven, nail in the coffin for a lot of other people's who prey upon you. So it's a very good opportunity for you to file. They don't hesitate normally. I just am giving a path to it.
Right.
Yeah, they will. It's just some of the employers don't allow employees to pay.
Right.
And this is like that. Amma adakadinedu annam betadu. So they neither allow them to file an I-140 application or they don't allow these people to pay. So that's a problem. Perfect example. So this is the right time to speak with your employer to get the things in the proper status so that you will be able to file in October of 2021.
Right. Thank you, Rahul Garu. And on that note, let's start with our callers, and let's take our first caller for the day. So area code 732, we're ready for you now. Caller from area code 732. All right, let's start with the questions on our live chat as well, Andy. This question is from Rajan Reddy. He says, hi Rahul, we filed the adjustment of status petition in I-140 downgrade approved, and it's been more than 180 days. I received EAD, but my wife still hasn't received it. Can I still use this EAD to switch jobs? What will happen to my wife's status?
One technical problem, Nithya Garu, here is that you definitely can move to a different company using the EAD. That means that you're getting married to the adjustment of status. That means your wife is also getting married to the adjustment of status. The problem here is that if she has a H4 EAD, she cannot continue working. That's the only minus point there.
Okay. All right, Andy, let's try to switch.
But otherwise, she's not losing the status. Even though the EAD is not approved, she will still be in status. She just cannot use the H4 EAD. That's the problem.
Okay. Thanks, Andy. All right, a caller from area code 732. We're ready for you now.
Yeah. Hey, Nithya Garu. Rahul here. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
We can. Please go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. Hey, my priority date is May 2015, EB2. And actually, Rahul Garu, you already mentioned that I think we should be prepared with all the documentation coming this October 2021. So my question is, if my employer is willing to downgrade my application from EBD to EB3, can I ask him to start the process right now, or should we wait till October 2021?
If I were you, I would have the EB3 filed right now rather than wait until September. Now, yes, we told a different story before though, but we changed our opinion based on the things what went in September and October and the amount of time that it's taking to get this I-140 approved if the premium processing is not accepted. I would do the I-140. But if the employer insists that I'm going to do only in October, well, you don't have much option. I still salute the employer. He's still a good employer. He's still a good employer. I would proceed to file in October. I would like the employer to file it before, but I'm fine if the guy holds it until October.
Okay. So, and now that the premium processing is enabled for I-140 applications, if he is willing to downgrade, should I insist him to do it in premium, or should we just let him go in the regular processing?
First thing is that premium processing was never down. The reason why all the lawyers like us told you guys not to file the premium processing when you do the downgrade is when they see the labor certification that has expired, when we send the premium processing, they automatically reject it and send it back. So that's the reason why we recommend, and still even now also, I recommend that you file in the normal processing. Once you get the receipt notice, I want you to convert into premium processing.
Got it. Okay. Yeah. Thank you. And I just have, one more question. So I think, you were saying that again, as part of the preparation, getting to the birth certificates, right? So I have my birth certificate, but my wife, she don't have her birth certificate. And we got the non-availability certificate back from India. But it looks like, I think when we compared hers with some others non-availability certificate, which I basically enquired with my friends, the format looks like different. So I just wanted to make sure, is there any standard format? Is there any standard format about this non-availability certificate?
Each district, each mandal has a different format and the non-availability. I'm not that much worried about it.
Okay.
As long as it comes from the government authority, you are in good shape.
Okay. Yeah. So, and one final question.
Please excuse us. There's a lot of people who are waiting. We appreciate you calling, sir. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. On to our next caller, Reddy. The next question, in the meantime, is a question from 𝗧𝗔𝗟𝗞. They say that parents have green cards, last visited the USA 18 months ago. Advance parole expired 6 months ago. Will they be allowed to enter USA with a green card, or do they have to get a visitor visa?
He said advance parole expired. I'm assuming that it's a re-entry permit that is expired.
Okay.
No, they are not allowed to enter into United States on the green card, though. There are some medical exceptions. It's called returning resident, though. That means that even if it's more than 1 year that you've been outside the country, under some exceptional circumstances, you can apply to the consulate requesting, it's called returning resident. You can make an application. But I would strongly recommend people to go through a lawyer rather than filing their own returning resident application.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Rahul Garu. Let's go to our next caller, Andy. Caller from area code 201. We're ready for you now.
Hello.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Please go ahead.
Hello. Yeah. Hello, sir. Sir, my priority date is December 9th, 2010. So I talked to you previously as well, and I explained that my I-140 was filed as well, along with my adjustment of status application, and I recently have initiated premium processing as well, like about 2 weeks back, and currently my status is in acceptance status. So
acceptance of premium processing?
Yes.
Okay.
So my question is, I have seen some articles where Charlie Oppenheimer has mentioned that the priority dates for in the June bulletin will be advanced until December 1st of 2010. Or somewhere around that. So my question is, how do when should I expect my date to be current? Would it be this month or like in the July bulletin?
It is expected to. It is expected to. I'm just trying to check into the things if there is a new visa bulletin that came out today. It is expected to become current for you in June or July. You should have done the premium processing long time ago rather than right now. Have you completed your medicals?
Yes. When I filed my adjustment of status, all the medicals were also submitted as well.
Yeah. Don't expect that when the priority date becomes current, that the USCIS is going to just come with you to the home and you put a red carpet to you and give the green card, though. They will take their own sweet time. But right now, there is not much you can do. You already got the medical done. Although you did a late I-140 premium processing, I don't know why you did it, but you did it. You're in good shape compared to other people.
Sure.
Okay.
So the question, I have mine is a tricky situation because apart from my application which is in progress, I also have a job offer where like I'm right now I've completed my.
Don't go. Your I-140 is not approved right now. Don't go. Even if they pay you, if I get that kind of thing where my I-140 is pending, even if I get a $500,000 in cash and they're going to tell me that they're going to pay the income taxes, I am not going to join that company. And I will not do it. I'm not living to make immigration lawyers better. I'm living only for myself better if I'm an IT guy, okay? Next person, please.
Sure.
All right. Thank you, sir.
So one last question on this.
Sir, we have a ton of people waiting. Sorry about that. Yeah, we would like to move on. Thank you.
Okay, sure.
Thank you so much
Right.
for
Thank you.
All right, on to our next caller, Andy. And in the meantime, we have this is from Suresh Shan. Says, hi Rahul, do I need to file a 485J along with the H1b transfer while changing jobs after 180 days?
Yes.
If yes, can I also file medical reports along with the 485J with the new employer?
Absolutely. You have to file a 485J along with the H1b transfer. Otherwise, your 485 may be in trouble. I do not want to take chance. Yes, it's a very, very bright idea to submit the medicals along with the 485J supplement. Absolutely the best idea. I'm assuming that your I-140 is already approved.
Yeah, he doesn't mention anything on that.
Yeah, I'm assuming it is.
Okay. All right. Thanks, Garu. Let's move on to our next caller, Indy. Caller from area code 704. We're ready for you now. Hello?
Hello, Rahul, sir. I have a priority date of May 2012, and I know you're not going to like this, but my employer did not downgrade, but now they are willing to downgrade. So do you think I should wait till October 2021 to apply in EB2 or just downgrade right now? Because people who applied the downgrade in October, they still did not get their approvals. So when my final action date for EB3 gets current, do you think I should apply then? I'm not able to decide. So can you help me out?
First thing is that we in Hyderabad, in Urdu, we have a thing, Der Aya Magar Durust Aya.
Okay.
Your employer got the your employer got the brain properly now. If I were you, look, you already got deceived by this law firm. You already got confused with this employer, even though TVASIA has been telling you differently. Of course, you are a beggar. You're not a chooser, so you can't do anything there. Now you got an option right now to choose it. Go for the downgrade right now. When you do the downgrade, it doesn't mean that you are married to EB3 right now. You will have 2 tickets to heaven. Last time you had 1 ticket to heaven. That didn't work. Now when you do the EB3, that doesn't mean that you're canceling 1 ticket and taking another ticket. You will have 2 tickets. You can use whichever ticket you want to. I am going to do it right now. I don't care about the expenditure. I remember that other guy I told you that $500,000 I'm not going to move. In this case, if I have to spend it, I will spend it. That's me. That's me. I would do it right now. I would not wait because I won't trust the employer. Even if the priority dates, for example, EB2 moves forward, I don't know if it's in October, the priority date is going to be the current or not. So I would like to have both the options for me. And you know what? Okay. You can even file, you may even file the 485 application before October too.
Sure.
Okay?
Yeah. One last question, Rahul sir. So is it possible that EB2 final action date could be current for 2012?
It could be possible. It could be possible. It could be possible. Why am I advising you to get the EB3 is that you will not be locked with EB3 though. A lot of people said, oh, you lose the EB2. It has already been proven they're wrong. You will have both the tickets to heaven. Whichever one you want to use, you can use it.
Okay. I got you, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Appreciate it.
Sir, thank you for calling in. Okay. All right. On to our next caller, Andy. And then on to our next caller, Andy. We have another question. This is from VVM. Says, Rahul sir, my priority date is September of 2013 on an EB2. In October of 2021, should I downgrade to an EB3 or file for 485 in EB2 category? I know.
What was it doing? Sleeping? Definitely bad idea. He should do the downgrade right now. He should not wait. He missed the boat previously, though. I maybe assume that he may have some exception, like he might have just got the labor certification approval. He should do the downgrade application right now. Okay. He should convince his employer. If the law firm is not good, well, change the law firm. Try to, don't go alone to the HR though. There'll be a lot of people in the same boat like you. 10 people collect together, buddies, look what Microsoft is doing, what Dell is doing, what all these major companies are doing. Our dumb company is not doing it. This law firm is bad. Let's go together and explain it to them. And then go ahead and speak with your HR to convince it. Do the downgrade right now. If I were you, I would do the downgrade right now.
Awesome, Andy. I think that's a fantastic idea, Rahul Garu. Like, I think strength is in numbers.
Right.
All right. Let's take our next caller, Andy. Caller from area code 201. We're ready for you now.
Hi, Nitya Garu. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. Please go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. I have actually two questions.
Mute your TV line, if you don't mind.
Yeah. Is it okay or it's no better?
We can still get a
Is it okay? Are you able to hear me?
Yeah, we're able to hear you, but we're also getting a lot of feedback on the line. So which is why we really asked you to.
Yeah. Sorry about that. The TV is not on. Hopefully you can still hear me. I have two questions. My receipt date is in Texas Service Center on October 30th, but still I haven't received the biometrics. When I chatted with Emma, they put me through the live agent, and the live agent said they have reviewed the biometrics. Can I trust that? And what is the current date on the biometrics?
Well, October 30th, not many people have received the biometrics. Obviously, October 1st week, a lot of people have received the biometrics. I don't know at this point of time to trust Emma or Emma's other boyfriend. I don't know about it at this point of time, though. We have no official information from the USCIS that they are going to use the biometrics that you have done at the time when you got the visa stamping or when you entered into the United States. We have no official information from them, though. We are, like the way you chatted, a lot of other people have chatted and they got the same information. But we are unable to trust them because there's no official information from them. But at this point of time, there is not much you can do. You just have to wait or trust that Emma.
Okay, sir. The other thing is my priority date is current, but my premium processing has been rejected twice. And the third time, my attorney is saying that it's been 2 weeks, but they're saying that they haven't received the receipt yet. Is that common?
That's common. That's common. Approximately about 10 to 20% of the premium processings are getting rejected. That doesn't mean that your application is getting rejected. Not much can be done. We don't know why they accept some applications, why they don't accept some applications for the premium processing.
So I'm not able to understand the terminology. They said it is not yet receipted. Does that mean they haven't accepted?
They have not accepted it yet. They have not accepted it. If once they accept, they will adjudicate your I-140 in due time. But if they don't accept, there's not much that can be done.
Okay. So should we retry again?
That's all you can do right now.
They're saying that we have to wait.
We have to wait.
But
Nothing
do we
else
have
can
to
be
wait
done.
until that rejection comes through, or can they just reapply?
They can do either way. They can either wait for the rejection or they can reapply without the rejection. They can do either way.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
All right, let's take our next caller. Just one request to all our viewers, and because we have such a high call volume and a lot of questions from with our live chat users as well, I would really request for all of you to ask Rahul Garu like one question along with maybe one follow-up question, so we can give everybody an equal opportunity to be able to have their questions answered. On that note, I have a question from a live chat user, Bobby Manuel. He's saying, when are you expecting priority date of 30th October 2015 to become current in EB2 and EB3?
I'm expecting that in October of 2021.
In October of 2021. Okay.
Yeah. But if I were him, if his priority date is in EB2 though, I would do the downgrade application right now and have both the tickets for the H1 available in October of 2021.
Okay. Thanks, Andy. All right, let's go to our caller. Caller from area code 608. We're ready for you now. Please press *6, Andy, to unmute your line.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Please go ahead.
Okay. I guess my Namaste Nitya Garu and Namaste Rahul Garu. This is also Rahul. And I have a question right based on the some of the questions asked and the topic of today's discussion. I know you were a party for the H4 𝗟𝗡𝗪 lawsuit that recently, you saw a good success there, and congratulations. My question is, lots of people and who have been waiting on their biometrics, EADs and APs. I'm one of them. I filed in first week of November 2020. My priority date is going to be in December of 2013. The downgrade was filed. Premium processing has been filed too, and it's been rejected once, and we are going to file it again. So for the I-140, my question is, let's say the priority date becomes current and none of these things, especially the biometrics, are done. Is there any option like a lawsuit or something? Because, and that's why I reference your previous lawsuit. How do you make USCIS work? Because they don't seem to work, and there is no oversight or no accountability on the government from the government branch. So the only accountability seems to be from the judiciary branch.
You're absolutely right. We have seen that, as he was explaining about Reddy Neumann P.C. was one of the, we did a class action lawsuit against the USCIS on the H4 biometrics. Why do we need biometrics for H4? And there are other things that we argued, many other things. H4 should take only 30 days to get it adjudicated. Why is it taking so long? We won, they're giving us, they gave us like, okay, we're not going to do biometrics. But still, we did not win the entire case yet. I just want to point out. Our argument from the beginning was that the H4 should only take 30 days, not this much time.
It's an intermediate success, so congratulations.
Right. Thank you. We have discussed with our immigration partners, Mr. Jonathan Wasden, on the 485, the entire process. Though the Congress expects the 485 application to be adjudicated in 6 months, though. What we got the feedback is that it's a 485 is a final application. They have to check a lot of different things. So we may not get the same kind of success what we got it for the H4. That is what they said. Another thing is that for class action suit, and we need a lot of money. I mean, it takes a lot of energy to file it. And it was the American Immigration Lawyers Association that funded this lawsuit, though. These kind of things that if a class action need to be filed on this, and this is going to be a lot of money, we don't know if we are going to receive the funding and how to organize. We're not that good when it comes to the H4, though, in 30 days. That definitely we got the funding from the AILA. Which is a good point. I will raise it again. Maybe if necessary, we will bring Jonathan Wasden into one of the YouTube sessions for us and to see what he has to say on this one. Yeah, I will try to rediscuss with Jonathan Wasden, our immigration partner, immigration litigation partner, and we will come. I'll try to see what I can do on it. We'll try to update you in about 2 to 3 weeks from now.
Okay. Thank you, sir. And I have one quick follow-up question on that. So, so let's say if your priority date becomes current, and again, coming back, if none of these things are done, what does it mean? Do you just miss the boat? Let's say your I-140 also gets approved in premium. What you do? I mean,
one thing,
because the priority date might go back again too, and then what you do?
Good question. If the I-140 is not approved, they cannot adjudicate the 485 application. That's for sure. We know that. However, though,
Right.
with regards to the biometrics, we are hearing stories that are yet to be confirmed. They are telling that they're using it, the biometrics that you have done at the time when you entered into port of entry. They're telling that they're going to use the biometrics that you have done when you got the visa stamping. We're yet to get confirmation from the USCIS. If the USCIS takes a stand that they're going to use the biometrics that were done previously, though, then we definitely are in a good position. Another thing I want to let you know that all biometrics offices are going to open from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. according to USCIS. That's a good
not
news
at
for
the
us.
Milwaukee.
Well,
Not
that's
yet.
what they,
I mean,
not yet. Maybe
okay,
in future.
I'm just telling you.
That's what they made a statement to us right now. That's saying that all biometrics will be open from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. So we'll have to see how they will work. But I will update you on the litigation part of it. For sure, I can say that the I-140 is not there. They cannot give you the green card. And if it backtracks, then you will have to wait until the priority date becomes current. Again, there is no option that you have if the I-140 is not approved. We are yet to get any confirmation on the biometrics. I will update you on court litigation, either individual or class action in 2 weeks.
Right.
Thank you so much, sir, and wish you both
Thank you.
a very happy Akshaya Tritiya.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Have a nice day. Thanks for calling in. And let's take our next question, Andy. This question is from Vamshi Krishna. He says, hi, Rahul. My priority date is December of 2012. Says in October, he downgraded to EB3 and his I-140, 765 and I-131 are all approved. Can I travel to India on H1b and come back without H1b stamping using the I-131 and stay on H1b after coming?
Technically speaking, once you use the I-131, you would be considered as married to the adjustment of status. Mm-hmm. Since your I-140 is approved, everything is approved, why do you want H1B? I don't understand this at all. But anyway, some of the people's only intention is to make the money for the immigration lawyers and have them houses like that. That's a fake house. There is a memo from the USCIS that says that if you come back on advance parole, you can still file the H1B extension. They gave an exception recently, though. So that is allowed. If you go on I-130, you come back on I-131, you can extend the H1B. There is an exception right now.
Okay, interesting. All right, Andy. Thanks, Rahul Garu. And on that note, let's go to our caller. Caller from area code 508. We're ready for you now.
Hi. Hello, Nitya Garu. Hello, Rahul Garu. First of all, I would like to thank you for doing this great service to the Asian community. Sure. I have a couple of questions. Recently, our GC got approved, and before that, we filed for H4 extension for myself. After the GC approval, we sent a letter asking for withdrawal of H4. I don't see any status update. When I contacted the service center, they said that they'll not be able to help, probably because the case is stalled or something. Is there a way to know if they have accepted my withdrawal letter?
Why are you worried? You are in heaven right now. let them go to hell.
So if they approve, will there be a problem for me?
No,
if they approve my H4 extension?
No, it will not be a problem.
Okay.
It will not be a problem. You got the green card. That's it. You're good. Let them go to hell. It's not your business. Don't come to this show, okay? You don't need it. You don't need it. Don't worry about it. If the H4 is approved, it will not be a problem. If the H4 is denied, it's not going to be a problem. If nothing is going to be a problem. You got the green card, you're good. You can flip a burger in McDonald's. You can be a Microsoft CEO, or you can just sit down and do nothing.
Okay, sure. And one more question on, so if the primary applicant wants to apply for a citizenship, is there a wait period before he can switch the jobs?
No wait period. I told you, he or you can flip the burger in McDonald's or go to Microsoft CEO. When I said that, I also have intention that you will not have any trouble whatsoever at all in getting the citizenship application. I kept that in my mind when I told you that you or he can flip the burger in McDonald's.
Sure. Thank you, sir.
Thank
One
you.
last question. I just wanted to check, is there a way to check if my employer has updated my I-9 with the latest immigration status?
That's his job. If he has not updated, it won't affect you in any aspect whatsoever at all. You can always, as a courtesy, so that the employer is not in trouble, you can provide him a green card copy. That's it. But it is not affecting, it doesn't affect you personally. If by any chance he missed it, will the immigration going to penalize you? No.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much for calling. Guys, please keep the questions coming. We're going to be back after a quick commercial break at this point.
హలో అండి, కంగ్రాచులేషన్స్ నందిని గారు. చీరలు వచ్చేసాయి, బోల్డ్ అని కబుర్లు తీసుకొచ్చేసాను. మీతో మాట్లాడడానికి నేను రెడీగా ఉన్నాను. నన్ను వెయిటింగ్ లిస్ట్ లో నెట్టేస్తున్నాను. నవీన్ గారు కామెంట్ లో బిస్కెట్ వేశారు నాకు.
న్యూజెర్సీలో ఇల్లు కొనాలని కానీ అమ్మాలని కానీ అనుకుంటున్నారా? మీ నమ్మకమైన నేస్తంగా మీ ఇంటి క్రయ విక్రయాలను చేసి పెడుతోంది మీ లోవి రియల్టీ గ్రూప్. వేలాది డాలర్ల మీ కష్టార్జితాన్ని, ఎంతో విలువైన సమయాన్ని ఆదా చేస్తూ కేవలం $990 నామమాత్రపు ఫీజుతో ఖచ్చితమైన సంతృప్తికరమైన లావాదేవీలను చేసి పెట్టే రియల్ ఏజెన్సీ లోవి. అంతేకాదు, మీరు కొన్న ఇంటి మీద మినిమం 1% క్యాష్ బ్యాక్ మీ క్లోజింగ్ కాస్ట్ లో పొందగలరు. మరిన్ని వివరాలకు ప్లీజ్ విజిట్ www.lovihomes.com. కాంటాక్ట్ 9083049621 or 9083371289.
మలబార్ గోల్డ్ అండ్ డైమండ్స్ వారి గోల్డ్ ప్రామిస్ తో మరింత షైన్ అవ్వండి. మీరు చేసే గోల్డ్ మరియు డైమండ్స్ కొనుగోలుపై బంగారు నాణేలను ఖచ్చితంగా పొందండి. చక్కటి ధరలతో ఆకర్షించే ప్రత్యేకమైన జ్యువెలరీ కలెక్షన్ ను చూడండి. బంగారు నాణేలను ఖచ్చితంగా పొందండి. ఓక్ ట్రీ రోడ్, న్యూ జెర్సీ లేక వెస్ట్ డెవన్ అవెన్యూ, షికాగోలో మలబార్ గోల్డ్ అండ్ డైమండ్స్ ను విజిట్ చేయండి. మలబార్ గోల్డ్ అండ్ డైమండ్స్, సెలబ్రేట్ ద బ్యూటీ ఆఫ్ లైఫ్.
Don't spend more money in selling your home. Instead, make more. For all your real estate needs, trust only 𝗟𝗏𝗡. 𝗟𝗏𝗡 Realty Group makes it easy to sell your home. The 𝗟𝗏𝗡 Sale by Owner offers the same services as a realtor does for a fraction of the price. For only $990, we list your home, handle digital marketing, take calls and schedule home showings for you. Planning to buy a house? 𝗟𝗏𝗡 has the best tools and agents to make your journey happy. We offer home buyers rebate of 1% or more cash back towards the closing. Visit our website to learn more about our programs, www.lovihomes.com. For more details, please contact 908-304-9621 or 908-337-1289.
Getting into Ivy League is not just a dream anymore. Graduate from the top universities of the US. Start your SAT or ACT prep now with 𝗟𝗓𝗘. Q-Rito offers you live classes with expert tutors, credential building activities, guidance with college applications, curated study material, progress tracking app, and assessments based on AI and ML. Experience our course through a demo today. Enroll now. Q-Rito.
అవసరంలో ఉన్న పిల్లల సహాయార్థం సాఫ్ట్కిన్ సంస్థ నిర్వహిస్తోంది సాంగ్ ఫెస్ట్ లైవ్ స్ట్రీమ్ కాంపిటీషన్.
సామజవర గమన నేను చూసి ఆగగలనా, మనసు మీద వయసుకున్న అదుపు చెప్పతగునా.
నా వసంతం నీకు సొంతం, నా సమస్తం నీదే కదా నేస్తం.
మబ్బులోన వాన వెల్లులా, మట్టిలోన నీటి జల్లులా, గుండెలోన ప్రేమ ముల్లులా దాగినావుగా.
ప్రముఖ సంగీత శ్రేష్ఠుల సమక్షంలో టాలీవుడ్ మరియు క్లాసికల్ సింగర్స్ కు ఆహ్వానం. సెమీఫైనల్స్ ఆన్ May 29, 2021. Final competition 19th June 2021. Watch live on TVASIA Telugu. అనాథ పిల్లలకు అందమైన జీవితాన్ని అందించండి. వారి చిరునవ్వుకు సాక్ష్యంగా నిలవండి.
We have a lot of questions and a lot of callers, Andy. Let's take our next caller. And in the meantime, let's get on to our questions as well, Andy. This is from V. Lakshmi 2. I-485 transferred from, I think maybe this is from NBC to Texas. I think we spoke to her, Andy.
Sure.
Okay, another question is from Varsha. She says, what are the pros and cons of changing jobs in H1b versus 485J? EAD advance parole in hand, I-140 approved, over 180 days. Priority date is mid-2013.
Good question. 485J doesn't have a filing fees. Once you have an EAD, the new company can just file a 485J supplement. It's not mandatory that you have to file a 485J supplement before you join. You can even do it after a week or 10 days you join. I normally recommend people do it within 2 weeks after you join the new company.
Okay.
That's there is no processing time. Once the FedEx is received, you're good. You don't have to worry about it. When it comes to the H1b though, not only that you have to do the H1b, you also need to do the 485J supplement. In other words, you are having two separate things going on at the same time. And you have to file the H4 and you have to file the H4 EAD if your spouse is eligible for. So all these things are extra cost, extra money, extra time, and you have to do all these things before you join the company, which if I personally were there when the I-140 is approved, I would not do it. Yeah. There's also some other cons of filing an H1B. If the H1B change of employer or extension gets denied though, it may affect your 485 application because one officer has said that you're not eligible for the position or the position does not require a specific degree as a minimum requirement. Then you're asking another other officer to approve the 485 application. There is a potential risk in there. Now, what are the cons of not doing H1B? There are some times where there are some very rare time. I would say 1 in 1,000 times that it may become an advantage for you to become H1B. For example, if you lose a job and you don't have a next job, and even if your wife is not willing you to give a job, okay? Because sometimes what happens is that we have one spouse open a company and then employ the other spouse. That is perfectly legal actually. Even though, if you lose a job and you don't get a job within 60 days, the H1B has a time period of 60-day gap period. Then you're going to lose a 485, but which is not recommended. There are some very rare circumstances where if there is any criminal record that is more heavier on the side, there may be some chances of rejecting of the 485 application. You can rely back on the H1b. There are some times where the I-140 might have some deficiencies. Then you can rely back on the H1b. Overall, Nitya Garu, I give a rating of 1 in 1,000 chances that the 485 normally get into trouble after the I-140, underlying I-140 is approved. There is a 3 to 5% chance the H1b extension or transfer might get into trouble, and that creates a problem. One other drawback of maintaining the H1b is getting the H1 and H4 stamping every time you go outside the country. That's another burden that you have to do every time you go outside the country. So in general, I personally would not keep the H1b. I will move on to the 485. And believe me, Nitya Garu, I was on adjustment of status. We let H1 and H4 go at one point of time.
Yeah.
And how long are you going to maintain the H1b? You're just thinking that, oh, this is only 6 months, 1 year that you're going to get the green card. We have seen people who filed 485 application in 2007. They have waited for a long period until 2012 to get their green card approved. The people who filed in 2012 are waiting. Some of them are still waiting. Just they're getting the green card approved right now, just like the caller that got before. So it is taking a long time. You want to maintain all these H1Bs, it becomes a problem.
Right.
And when you change from company A to company B, you can do 485J supplement. You want to change to company C, you can do it within 1 week.
Mm-hmm.
And then you want to change to company D, you can do it 1 day. But when it comes to the H1B, each intermediate H1B has to be approved. Otherwise, it's going to create a problem for you.
Right.
Overall, the benefit for you keeping the H1B is for immigration lawyers only. That's my opinion.
Right. Yeah, and I can vouch for that from personal experience also, Andy, because I got my EAD back in 2010, and it wasn't until the end of 2017 that I received my green card. So if I had stayed on an H1, which was filed even 4 years before I got my EAD, then it would have just been an insanely long time.
Well, I would have made money on the...
You would have made money, but yeah, sorry, I didn't contribute to that fund. But all right, on that note, let's go to our caller. Caller from area code 201. We're ready for you. Hello? Caller from area code 201, Andy. Please press *6 to unmute your line. *6. All right, while we wait for this caller, we have a question from Suresh Reddy. He says, wife's I-131 case was closed abruptly. She only got a 485 EAD without the I-131. I opened a service request and Emma said it will take 1 month to respond. Should I file a fresh I-131 as well? Can I do it myself without an attorney?
First is good, file I-131. Don't wait for Emma. Don't trust Emma in this one. There's no filing fees on it. You can file by yourself or you can go with a lawyer. I-131 is not a very complex thing. It's not a 485. Okay. You can do it yourself. Normally, lawyers only charge administrative charges. There's no legal brain involved in it. But it's up to you. If you want to file it, that's fine. It's just an intermediary application. It doesn't, even if you file something wrong, I don't think so any negative consequences are there. So go ahead and file it. That's my advice. Whether you're going to file it or your lawyer is going to file it, I'm fine with either way.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, let's go to our next caller, Andy. Caller from area code 848. We're ready for you now. Hello? Please press *6, Andy, to unmute your line. Hello?
Hello, can you hear me, ma'am?
Yeah, we can hear you, sir. Please go ahead.
Namaste, Andy. Actually, I'm preparing for my I-485. My priority date is 2013, January. But last year I was not able to file because I changed my company. And now my labor, I'm expecting sometime, they filed my labor last year, November. But my priority date,
it should be 2013. It should be, probably next month it should be approved. Okay.
Okay. So I don't have a birth certificate, sir. Myself or my wife, we both don't have a birth certificate. Is there any, I'm just preparing all my documentations. So by the time, if it becomes current, I can apply for 485.
Good.
So without birth certificate.
Good choice. can you type this word in Google? I do not have birth certificate, RN law group.
Okay.
Type it, and there's
Okay.
an article that I have written exactly on it. I would recommend that you get a non-availability certificate from the municipality or the mandal. I would also recommend that you get affidavits, 2 affidavits. I have given the format of the non-availability certificate. I've also given the format of the affidavits in that article.
Okay, sir. I have seen that, sir. So I just need to follow that, and there should not be any issue, right, later on?
Nah. Also try to get the other documents that I listed in there. Don't submit them. Only submit the non-availability certificate and the affidavits, though. Now, there are a lot of people that are listening to this one. If by any chance you don't get the non-availability certificate, guys, get the affidavits right now. The format of it is there. You can look into our website for the format. Get affidavits right now. Don't wait until October if you don't have a birth certificate. You can submit the 485 application with just barely affidavits, even if you don't have the non-availability certificate. You can always work towards the non-availability certificate and other documents that I listed there, but at least get the affidavits.
Okay, so the non-availability certificate from the place of birth, right? Whatever is there in my passport, that's from that place
right,
I should get.
That's right, sir.
All right.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for coming.
One last question, sir. So if it gets labor, if a labor didn't get approved, or if it gets any query or anything like that, is there any chance that this will retrogress their number? The 2013 will go back?
Well, first thing is that we are beggars. You're a beggar. You're not a chooser. What other option do you have? Even if it retrogresses, if it doesn't retrogress, you just have to watch and do. There's nothing much you can do. You're doing all the things what you can right now. Most probably it may not retrogress though. Right now, do what you're doing. Leave the rest to us, and we will let you know every week what's going on. Okay? But it's right now, don't panic. The probability of you not getting the labor certification approval is about 3 to 4%. Don't lose the night for it, okay?
Okay, sir. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks, sir.
All right, let's take our next caller, Andy. Folks, the website again is rnlawgroup.com. Correct, Andy, Rahul Garu?
That's right. That is right.
Yeah, just follow the documentation that they've provided in order to file. Get your affidavits in place. Okay, we have a question from our live chat user. This is from Kumar and Andy. He says, I-140 from my previous employer, company A, on EB2 2013 priority date, left company A to join company B, but company C acquired my previous company A who filed my 140. Can the company C file I-140 without labor?
If the company C qualifies for something what we lawyers call it as successor in interest, company C can file an I-140 without filing the form application. This is the right time, that is May or June of 2021, is the right time to go back and discuss with the company C's lawyer to see if the company is qualified to file the successor of interest though. That is the secret word that you need to use. Successor of interest. They will be able to guide you on that, and this is the right time for you to go check with them.
All right. Thank you, Rahul Garu. Let's take a caller, Andy. Caller from area code 347. We're ready for you now.
Thank you. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir, we can.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Okay. Hi, Rahul. Thank you for taking the call.
Sure.
I'll try and summarize as quickly as I can. My H1b extension got denied in 2019 November. Me and my wife were living there on an H1 and an H4. I am a citizen of India. My wife is a citizen of New Zealand. So because our I-94s were expired a few months back, my employer said, leave immediately because you are out of status. Now, obviously, we could not leave overnight. We had a lease, a car, a home there for 10 years. So I left. And my wife, because she was a New Zealand citizen, had this 90-day visa waiver program. So she went to Canada for a day, and she re-entered under the visa waiver program so that she can wrap up our affairs and, hand over the lease and the apartment and all that. They questioned her and delayed her at the port of entry. She traveled by road, and at Buffalo Airport, they delayed her and kept her for like 3-4 hours and questioned her. She had to show a copy of the lease and showing that it's expiring in 3 months. So then they gave her the 90-day visa waiver program. Now, and then she left in Feb of 2020. We've been stuck in India since that time. And then finally, I found a new employer. I got a new H1b approved. We both went for stamping last month at Chennai Dropbox, H1 and H4. I got the H1b approved, but she got a 221G and asking her to come for an interview. Is this, we feel it's something to do with the visa waiver program entry because nothing else had happened. So want to know whether she was wrong to use the visa waiver program to enter for 90 days or if there's something more to worry about.
Hello? I'm trying to gauge the reason why they stopped though. I see the reason why they stopped at the time of the port of entry is that for a visa waiver program, she must have an intention to temporarily stay in the United States. Definitely she has been staying here for 10 years on H4 visa, hopefully so. And she is now coming back on a visa waiver program. The antenna of the CBP will go up, boom. She's been here for 10 years now. She's coming on the visa waiver program. Is she going to stay there temporarily or is she going to go there on a permanent basis? So that definitely might have raised the eyebrows of them and the antenna has gone up. They would definitely question her more at that point of time. I don't see that is going to be a greater problem in her getting the visa when she goes for the interview though. One thing is that how long did you guys stayed, did your wife stayed in United States after the I-94 and the extension denied?
So the I-94 expired in August 2019. She and I both exited as soon as the H1 extension was denied in November 2019, we exited. So it was about 3.5 months. And I went to India.
I see that.
She went to Canada.
I see the point.
I see the point. She re-entered from November.
I see the point. I see the point. I'm not expecting much problem for her at the time when she's going to go for the H4 stamping. One small issue that I have is that in the DS-160 form, there is a column that they ask you, have you ever been unlawfully present in the country? What did she answer there?
No. We answered no because we thought that only when you exceed 6 months,
that is not a right statement. I would want you to check with your lawyer to send an email to the consulate correcting the DS-160 though. Even if you stay 1 day unlawfully in this country though, you are supposed to mention that in the DS-160 though. They may always consider that as misrepresentation and might hit with any problem though. The people who say yes, I don't see them getting into trouble. If the people say no, that's where they will be called and questioned. Why did they answer no when they were unlawfully present in this question? On the DS-160, it didn't ask you whether it's more than 180 days, did it? No, it did not. I know the question. Seems
we both
to
answered
be
no.
Yeah, but still, I would like that one to be corrected before she goes for the stamping, goes for the interview.
Okay, but the thing is, we both went last month to Chennai and we both did H1 and H4 Dropbox.
You told me that. You told me that, but that doesn't mean that right now you're going to sacrifice it. If I'm going to go, that officer might be different, this officer might be different. If I'm looking into this and she answered no, I'll get very mad on it. She didn't answer correctly. I may hit her with a misrepresentation. So I may want to correct that before she goes for the interview. Okay?
And okay. So we have to email the consulate and say yes, basically.
I would recommend that to contact your company's lawyer to make sure they do the proper follow-up and you don't do any more errors like what you have done before. Okay?
Okay. Thank you, Rahul.
Thank you.
Calling. All right, on to our next caller, Andy. And then we have a question from our live chat user. This is from Suganya Jayendran. She says priority date is Jan of 2013. My husband is the primary applicant. Downgraded from EB2 to EB3. Waiting for 140. Will it affect our 12-and-a-half-year-old Indian citizen kids GC process if I use EAD and husband stays on H1?
No, it does not. Definitely not. You using will not affect it. Your husband using may affect it. Your husband using may affect it. But normally, 12 years now, right now, 2013, I'm not going to take the judgment call. But one thing to answer your question, no. Your using will not affect your children. Only you are married. Your husband is not married to the 485 application. Your kids are not married to the 485 application. If your husband, who is the main applicant, is married to the 485 application, your kids and you are married. But since you are a dependent one, by you getting married to the 485 application, your kids and your husband are not married to the 485 application.
Ravi, is that even an option that the wife can move on to the EAD?
Yeah.
As the husband stays on the H1?
Yes, they can.
Okay.
Absolutely. Nothing wrong with it.
Okay. Awesome.
Especially the husband might want to save the kids F1 probability and other things. That's the reason why he's trying to do this. So nothing wrong with it.
Okay. So, but if the husband goes on it, then by default, the rest of the
whole family goes
applicant, so to speak.
That is right. You're absolutely right.
Okay. Got it. Interesting. All right, Andy. Let's go to our next caller. Caller from area code 201. We're ready for you now. Hello? Please press *6, Andy, to unmute your line. Hello?
Hello.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Are you able to hear me?
Yes, we are.
Hi, thanks a lot for the service to the community. I have two quick questions. I'll start off with the first one. I did my biometrics for both 485 and 765 in April. The status online was not updated for me, but it was updated for my spouse. Now I have received another request to do biometrics for the 785 for the 485 application only. For the 485 only, not the 765, saying that the previous one could not be processed. Is there something that I should keep in mind? And will this impact my getting the combo card?
I don't think so. This is going to impact getting combo card though. Some of these people's hands, if you can see it in the camera, my fingers are very rough. So what happens is that when the fingers are not proper, the biometrics doesn't happen all the time perfectly though. They call you back for biometrics if the things don't happen very properly. It may that your fingers might be very oily, that's fine, but sometimes they may not have done it properly. So nothing wrong with it. Your 765 should not affect your adjudication, your combo card should not affect. I want you to just go again. Just go again though. Don't do anything else other than going for the biometrics. First, you go for the biometrics. Again, second time.
Sure. Thanks a lot. And a quick question. I did my medicals back in October. The lawyers did not submit it at that time. If a medical RFE comes in now, can I reuse the October medicals?
No. You should not use the October because they expire in 60 days.
Okay. Thanks a lot.
Now, once you submit the medicals to the USCIS, then it's actually 2 years. But to submit it, you have to submit within 60 days after your medical is done. So if the RFE comes in, do not use the medical that you got in October.
Understood.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for calling. Let's take our next caller, Andy. And in the meantime, we have a question. This is from VVS. It says, hi Rahul, what are the chances of priority date of March of 2014 becoming current in the coming October 2021? Last October, I was in process of perm approval with the new employer.
Oh, okay. He was doing the perm approval. Okay, very great chances. You may have to wait for October. You may not have to wait until October. It may become even current before too. Who knows? Right now, according to the estimate given by the State Department, it looks very high probability. I mean, for the priority date for you to become current in October. If I were you, I would pre-prepare the I would pre-prepare the 485 application, make it ready.
Okay. All right, Andy, let's go to our caller. Okay, caller from area code 405. We're ready for you now. Hello, caller from area code 405. We're ready for you now. All right, while we're waiting for them, question from Music Bites, Andy. Says, hello Rahul Garu, got my GC and EAD and my I-140 approved last week. My family got delayed, may take more than 6 months. If I change job using my green card and EAD? Green card EAD, sorry. That's why I was getting confused. Okay, green card EAD, what will happen to my family's H4 status?
If you move on to the 485 application, they lose the H4 status. They will be completely in legal status. Adjustment of status is a status. It is a status. But the only problem is that if your spouse is on H4 EAD, they would not be able to work on that H4 EAD. That's the minus point. As far as the status is concerned, you moving into the EAD after your I-140 approval is not creating any problem for their status. It's only creating problem for their H4, so your spouse H4 EAD. That's all.
Got it. So they're still legal. They're just not in the H4.
That is right. They're completely legal, even though your spouse started using the main applicant started using the EAD. Even if the spouse did the derivatory did not get the EAD, they are completely legal status.
Okay, caller from area code 405. We ready for you, Andy? Hello?
Hello, hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, sir. Please go ahead.
Okay. Hi, Rahul, sir. My sister is right now in India. She got admissions for her master's here, but you know, there are no visa slots available in India. So she has a visitor's visa to the US. She visited once last year, actually in 2019. So can she come to the US on that visitor's visa and then somehow convert her status to be a student? Is that possible?
One thing is that if the person has an intention to come and study in USA, they are not supposed to come on a visitor's visa. There are some exceptions available where you particularly mention the visiting visa that you're coming to visit the university. That's different though. But they are not supposed to come on a visitor's visa. That if they come to know that your sister already got admission and that she is coming here on a visitor's visa so that she can convert into F1, they will put her in the detention and send her back. Even though the appointments are backlogged right now, we're expecting that, I mean, I may be wrong in this one. They give a lot of priority to the student visa people as compared to any other visa people. When the applications, when you file online DS-160, so when the things open up, the first priority they will give is for the student visa people.
Okay, but in another scenario, if she were to come here and then we go to Mexico, say in July or something, and then apply for an F1 visa, would it still be considered that we are, you know, flouting the rules or something?
Not exactly. I'm a bit worried about at the time. I'm a bit worried at the time of port of entry, though, because I see a lot of the people. I don't know how the government knows, but the government normally knows that you're coming here for change of status. I'm a bit worried if they come to know that she already got an admission, she's coming on a B2 visa. It is a major problem, though.
Sir, do you mind putting your feet on mute? We're getting a lot of feedback, sir.
So I do not like her to travel on a B2 visa when she already got the admission into United States. If she wants to travel directly to Mexico, I don't have a problem.
Okay, okay, directly to Mexico, get the visa and then come is fine, but not coming to US, then
not
going
coming
to
to
Mexico
US.
and coming.
I wouldn't. Coming to USA is definitely a problem when she got an admission. I do not recommend that at all.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much for your advice.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So she just gets a stamping appointment, visa stamping appointment in Mexico, kada, Rahul garu?
Right. Mexico allows, if you have a visa that's valid for more than 6 months, you don't need a Mexican visa to enter into Mexico.
Okay.
So in that way, they can travel to Mexico if they want to.
Okay. Thank you, Rahul garu. And then thanks, Andy. Thanks for calling. All right, let's take our next.
Thanks.
Thank you. Let's take our next question, Andy. This is from Powerhouse Pawan. Says, when can we expect March 12 to be current? Please let us know.
He's speaking about the final action dates or filing dates. March 12. Could be current. We're expecting that before September itself. March 12 should be current. That's the expectation. Before September of 2020. 21, sorry.
21, okay. Yeah. All right. Thank you, Rahul garu. Let's take our next caller. Caller from area code 201. We ready for you now? Hello? Caller from area code 201, Andy. We're ready for you now. Hello? Okay. While we're waiting on this caller, let's take another chat. Question. This is from Sam Reddy. He says, let's take our next caller. Hello? From area code 201. You know? Area code 206.
Hi. Hi. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Can you keep your 201? Yeah. Ready to, you know?
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. We can hear you.
Hello.
Can you put your TV on mute?
Yeah. So hi Rahul Reddy. This is 𝗟𝗡𝗙. So I'm a EB1B category candidate. So I.
Hello.
Hello.
You're EB1B, okay?
Yeah. So I applied. I submitted my I-1 485 in October 30th, and got already my EAD and advance parole. So, but unfortunately, I was unable to submit for my wife. Then later, like I applied for I-485 in March for my wife. So during that time, what I did was I also submitted my I-485 application as one of the supplement so that the officer can. Sorry.
Hello.
You're cutting off, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So what along with my wife, what I did was I also submitted my I-485 application as one of the supplements so that the officer can get an idea, like I'm also as a primary applicant information. So what they did was they sent me back that application and sent me the rejection letter saying that your I-485 was rejected because you didn't send any fees for your application. But actually,
wait. Did you use any law firm or you used by yourself?
Oh, I did myself.
Okay. Keep going.
So, so they sent me a rejection letter saying that please submit the fees along with your application. But I mean, this was happened like 4 days back, and yesterday again I got another letter from USA saying that because when I submitted my application, I didn't submit my medicals. They sent me RFE saying that we didn't see your medicals. Please submit your medicals to take the final decision on your case. So would.
Hello.
Sorry, Rahul, I can't able to hear you. Could you please say again?
No, sir.
I didn't say anything.
Your speech is actually cutting out, Andy. So we are unable to hear you. We keep losing you.
Okay, I got the point. Okay, if you can't, I will answer. Go ahead.
Yeah, please. Now I can hear you. Please go ahead. Yeah.
Well, one thing is that I don't want you to submit the 485 application of your wife by yourself. You did a great wrong thing by filing the 485 application of your wife by yourself. And the entire application, the way you filed is completely wrong. You may be a doctorate, you are a postdoctorate in whatever field you are in. I'm definitely assuming you are not in immigration. So I would recommend that you stick to your field, have somebody else do this work though. Now, I don't want you to submit the medicals right now. The biggest danger that I have with you is if you submit the medicals and if the 485 is submitted later on, if they approve the green card, your wife will be in great trouble. Did you get it?
Oh, because I already got my I-485 EAD and advance payroll.
You're missing the point. If you submit the medicals, they may give you the green card without your wife's application in there. And if that happens, you get the green card. Whatever, she won't get the green card along with you, then she will have to go outside the country. It's a nightmare if you get the green card right now without having our application already in.
Oh, our application is already in because I got a receipt number as well.
Oh, I thought that you said the entire application was rejected.
No. Only they sent me my application.
Okay,
not my wife application.
Okay, so what is your question right now? They sent you the RFE for medicals. Now you can submit the medicals. If your wife's application is already in there, you can submit the medicals.
So I can ignore the rejection letter that what they sent me, right?
You can ignore. You already have a 485 in there. You can ignore it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that was my question.
Sure.
Thank you so much, Rahul.
Sir, thank you for calling. All right, we have a question, Andy. This is from Sam Reddy. He says, letter from USCIS subject, notice of file transfer for visa regressed cases to NBC. My biometrics were done, I-140 approved, medicals were submitted, EB2, priority date of April 2011. Does this mean the interview is waived?
I could say we have been hearing these things very lot, Nitya Garu. This is actually very good news. It is when they pre-adjudicate the entire application, the I-140 is approved, the biometrics are done, the medicals are in there. When they review the entire file, the officer has nothing to do with that file anymore. Everything is done. They do everything and they put in a computer saying that, hey, the priority dates are not current. I cannot adjudicate it. They will send it to the different place, the National Benefit Center. So whenever the date becomes current, now it's more or less the computer takes the action by itself or the officer click a button, the green card is approved.
Okay.
So we call that as pre-adjudicated. Now, can they still call it for interview after all this thing is done? I would say that he has about 5 to 10% chance of getting interview though.
Okay.
And as I was pointing out before to the other people that most of the 485 applications that they're filed in October, I am not anticipating them to go to the interview. Less than 10% of the people will go to the interview.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Rahul Garu. So folks, so many people still waiting on the phone lines and so many people sending us questions through the live chat. Rahul Garu, you've been patient as always answering everybody's questions, but we are all out of time today. Rahul Garu, thank you so much for all the help that you've been giving to so many people across the country. We really appreciate you being here, Andy.
Thank you very much.
Okay, and to all our viewers, please come back next week, same time, same place, and we'll try to get to your questions as much as possible again, Andy. Thank you so much for watching our show, and on behalf of TVASIA Telugu, have a wonderful week. We'll see you next week then.
Thank you.
Thanks, Andy.
మలబార్ గోల్డ్ అండ్ డైమండ్స్ వారి గోల్డ్ ప్రామిస్ తో మరింత షైన్ అవ్వండి. మీరు చేసే గోల్డ్ మరియు డైమండ్స్ కొనుగోలుపై బంగారు నాణేలను ఖచ్చితంగా పొందండి. చక్కటి ధరలతో ఆకర్షించే ప్రత్యేకమైన జ్యువెలరీ కలెక్షన్ ను చూడండి. బంగారు నాణేలను ఖచ్చితంగా పొందండి. ఓక్ ట్రీ రోడ్, న్యూ జెర్సీ లేక వెస్ట్ డెవన్ అవెన్యూ, షికాగోలో మలబార్ గోల్డ్ అండ్ డైమండ్స్ ను విజిట్ చేయండి. మలబార్ గోల్డ్ అండ్ డైమండ్స్, సెలబ్రేట్ ద బ్యూటీ ఆఫ్ లైఫ్.
Don't spend more money in selling your home. Instead, make more. For all your real estate needs, trust only 𝗟𝗏𝗡. 𝗟𝗏𝗡 Realty Group makes it easy to sell your home. The 𝗟𝗏𝗡 Sale by Owner offers the same services as a realtor does for a fraction of the price. For only $990, we list your home, handle digital marketing, take calls, and schedule home showings for you. Planning to buy a house? 𝗟𝗏𝗡 has the best tools and agents to make your journey happy. We offer home buyers rebate of 1% or more cash back towards the closing. Visit our website to learn more about our programs, www.𝗟𝗡𝗎𝗆.com. For more details, please contact 908-304-9621 or 908-337-1289.
Getting into Ivy League is not just a dream anymore. Graduate from the top universities of the US. Start your SAT or ACT prep now with 𝗟𝗑𝗘𝗏. 𝗟𝗑𝗏 offers you live classes with expert tutors, credential building activities, guidance with college applications, curated study material, progress tracking app, and assessments based on AI and ML. Experience our course through a demo today. Enroll now. 𝗟𝗑𝗏.
అవసరంలో ఉన్న పిల్లల సహాయార్థం సాఫ్ట్కిన్ సంస్థ నిర్వహిస్తోంది సాంగ్ ఫెస్ట్ లైవ్ స్ట్రీమ్ కాంపిటీషన్.
𝗧𝗔𝗟𝗞 నేను చూసి ఆగగలనా, మనసు మీద వయసుకున్న అదుపు చెప్పతగునా.
నా వసంతం నీకు సొంతం, నా సమస్తం నీదే కదా నేస్తం.
మబ్బులోన వాన వెల్లులా, మట్టిలోన నీటి జల్లులా, గుండెలోన ప్రేమ ముల్లులా దాగినావుగా.
ప్రముఖ సంగీత శ్రేష్ఠుల సమక్షంలో టాలీవుడ్ మరియు క్లాసికల్ సింగర్స్ కు ఆహ్వానం. సెమీఫైనల్స్ ఆన్ May 29, 2021. Final competition 19th June 2021. Watch live on TVASIA Telugu. అనాథ పిల్లలకు అందమైన జీవితాన్ని అందించండి. వారి చిరునవ్వుకు సాక్ష్యంగా నిలవండి.